don't like to wear a button, but I got a cool hat and my homies agree to really look good in black. Lyrics from Amish Paradise. Weird Al Yankovic. Or Yankovic, I don't know. Whatever his name is. Alright, so this is about how complacency gets people killed. And about how no matter what people say, their bias is what they're going to judge you by. Getting people to look at evidence, man, that's like pulling fucking teeth. Getting them to listen instead of make excuses. When you would rather make excuses than listen to the victim, you're showing that you don't care. Now, when somebody is being abused and they call you because they need help stopping the abuse, and you can't even make the time to listen. You say, oh, I can't just stop everything I'm doing every time you want my attention, Sean. Well, see, that's only part of the reason that I don't come to you. It's not a matter of not doing it right this moment. It's about the fact that you never do. Now, if I was a friend or family member, you would do it immediately. If you were at work and your daughter called you, and this is, most of these folks, no, they weren't at work when I fucking called them. But let's say your daughter calls you up while you're at work and says, hey, I just had the shit beaten out of me and my fucking car's stolen. And the fucking cops are being douchebags at me. And I was on my way to go turn in somebody who raped me. See, it don't matter what the case, reason, or situation is. In this scenario, we're looking at the fact that it's a daughter. It's female. When a male has those issues, he is more likely to be told that he's on his own. And my friends couldn't take the time. They couldn't make the time. That's bullshit. You make the time for who and what you care about. If you've got time to post up 30 selfies a day, you've got time. If you've got time to make excuses and argue, you've got time. If you tell me that you're my friend and for years and years and years you ignore me, well, I try to get help. Well, I try to get you to do a friend thing. Actually care. And then I tell you, hey, you know what? You're obviously not a friend. Go away. And then you want to pretend to care? It's been 6 years of you not fucking caring. 6 years of you literally helping every single one of my predators get away. 6 years of you literally doing everything that you possibly can to assist my predators in getting away with committing crime after crime. And then you want to play victim when I tell the truth. And you want to be angry and hateful when I show the truth. The plain and simple question, did I go to you for help? If you were such a great friend, you want to throw it in my face and you want to tell me that our friendship is one-sided? Goddamn right it was. I served you faithfully. You served yourself. And only yourself. When you tell me about your shitty ex-boyfriend and how you flushed everything in your life down the toilet for that sumbitch. And you're using that as an excuse for not coming forward and telling the truth. You're saying, oh, we've all got problems. You goddamn right we do. But you believe that because you're a female in the United States that everybody should drop everything that they're doing for you. I didn't teach you that. I had people who promised me and promised me and promised me and promised me up the ass. Never came through, then wanted things down immediately. Let's take a look at that list. What did I want from Veronica Bruce? First, I went to her for help. She worked Region 2. That was before Natalie died. She was fucking drunk. Of course she didn't fucking help me. Instead, she treated me like shit, and she did exactly what it is when people are drunk and they're assholes, and you say something about them being alcoholics or say something about them just being not nice because they were drunk. Oh, they don't want to admit it. They never will. That's why it's a good thing it's recorded. After Natalie died, I went to a lot of people before she died to try to get help. But they wouldn't call and listen. All they wanted to do is type. Go out of their way to try to find any excuse to look the other way. And then afterwards, well, it's been, what was it? 6 years. That's right. I've been going to Veronica Bruce about this. I went to Veronica Bruce the first time in 2017. That was well before Natalie was killed. She wasn't killed until December of 2019. Or December of 2017, sorry. I'd gone to Veronica Bruce in June, I believe, of 2017. I'd gone to many other people. I'd gone to many appointments. I'd spent a lot of time jumping through hoops. The one thing that I needed most was a guardian. A parent or a guardian is what's necessary when you're called mentally ill, even if you're a fucking adult. Otherwise, they take away all of your fucking rights. And you don't have parents that are fucking fighting for you. It's just you. And you get people out here on the streets who will help you, or at least they say they will. Bear said she'd help. I jumped through all the hoops, and then she didn't find the time, did she? How about Casey? Same thing. I kept telling y'all I'm shipped from place to place to place, told I have to go to this place, I have to go to that place, I have to travel to here, I have to travel to there, I'm in the wrong jurisdiction, holy shit, fucking help, Jesus goddamn Christ. Instead of generalizing, fucking actually make the fucking calls with me and actually help. Don't fucking argue with me for fucking hours and hours and hours so you know jack shit. And you're fucking treating me like shit because your assumptions are wrong. They don't fit the evidence. I'm trying to get you to look at the fucking evidence instead of asking the same retarded question over and over again. Meanwhile, I'm still being victimized, you fucking horse hawks. I'm tired of fucking living like this. I'm tired of people telling me they're fucking sorry. Or promising to help if I jump through a bunch of expensive hoops. And after I've jumped through those hoops and I have no money, they say, it's not my fault. Yes, the fuck it is. You fucking took advantage of me. You knew that I couldn't do these things myself. And you made me do it anyway. You gave false fucking promises. Now there's that Michelle lady, and the last time that she sent me a message was, or even looked at one, was all the way back in December 29th. That was 2 weeks ago. Also, there's stuff that she wanted to do that many people who have suggested and tried before. Let's make a new account! If I make a new account, I get treated like I am trying to make an account to fucking harass people. I'm trying to make an account so that I can be some evil stalker piece of shit. That was Shannon Alvarado's goddamn solution, too. That was Dan Faber's solution. And Layla fucking Johnson's solution. You know, it's doing what other people wanted because they promised to help me if I did what they wanted. I did what they wanted when they fucking wanted it, and that wasn't fucking good enough. Then, when they haven't done a goddamn thing to help for literally years, they want to tell me, oh, Sean, I can't just drop everything time you want my attention. Fuck you. You've ignored me for 6 goddamn years. Every time we talk, you just want to talk about you. I'm trying to tell you what's going on in my life. Why I need your help. Why I need you to be an actual friend, but you're a fair weather friend. That's not a real friend. I'm living in this vehicle. I'm spending all of my money. The longer it takes for you to come forward and fucking tell the goddamn truth, which is not difficult, the more victimization I go through, the more evidence is lost or fucking stolen, the more desperate a situation I am in. And yes, it is your fault, Michelle Stewart. Yes, it is your fault. Yes, it is your fault, Shannon Alvarado. Yes, it is your fault, Kayla Trujillo. Yes, it is your fault, Dan Faber. Yes, it is your fault, Ed Simmons. Yes, it is your fault, Christine Buhit. Yes, it is your fault, Natalie Bollinger. Yes, it is your fault, Alicia Bollinger. Yes, it is your fault, Maddie Boa. You let people hurt me for years and years and years and fucking years. You just let it happen. Or took part in it. When we are called mentally ill, we have friends or family who care, or we get victimized for the rest of our lives. That is why I am for assisted termination of life for anybody who is called mentally ill. Any one of us at any point in time should be allowed to say enough is enough. You go find somebody else to fucking victimize for having nothing. You find somebody else to take everything from. You find somebody else's hopes and dreams to fucking destroy. You find another victim. You find someone else. You want to fucking victimize us until we want our lives to end, and then you shame us and victimize us for wanting our lives to fucking end. You're all fucking trash. And there's the people that did help. Well, what things did you do to help? I'm betting I admitted to those things loud and fucking proud. I'm also willing to bet that you fucking didn't. Did you admit to that shit? Did you fucking speak up about it, where it fucking mattered and when it fucking mattered? To this day, how hard has Shannon Alvarado fought to get the evidence against the Bollingers in court? Or the evidence against Kara Johnson Miles? That evidence came from Shannon Alvarado. She is supposed to help me turn it in. She is a fucking witness to this shit. These people didn't just do this in real life. They did this on the internet, resulting in harm against me in real life. The first time I was fucking assaulted over this shit, Natalie Bollinger was still in fucking Virginia. When she was killed in Colorado, I didn't even know she was in fucking Colorado. But nobody fucking cares. They care that I'm nice. I'm nice in real life. I have to take the abuse in real life because none of you are going to lift a goddamn finger to stop it. You're going to give me empty words and empty promises. Meanwhile, I can't just keep trying to jump around from one fucking end of the country to the other without a guardian or an advocate or even a friend to make these fucking calls with me. And you want to be angry with me because there's a lot of calls to fucking make now. Well, guess what? Years and years and fucking years ago when I first went to you for help, you could have fucking done something then, and it would have been a lot less fucking work, but you didn't give a shit. You didn't care who was hurt. Just like Veronica Bruce didn't care who was hurt. Not until people knew that she was involved and people were dead because she didn't do her fucking job. She didn't do her job as a friend, and she didn't do her job as a mandated reporter because she was drunk. She wanted that down right now, just like Jamie Curtis wanted evidence down right now. Just like Katie Cahill, wanted it down right now. Well, excuse me, I've been waiting on you for fucking months, wasting my time believing you're gonna. You fucking pretended for fucking years that you were gonna all sorts of stuff. When you want it right now. Like Jamie Curtis said. Like Veronica Bruce, aka Missy Bruce, said. You say, I can't just drop everything to help you whenever you want. Well, you didn't drop shit to help me in all that time that you promised me you were gonna. But you expected me to do what you wanted right now. And that's the sexism we have to deal with in America. All these women who want to pretend like they're fighting for all these special rights and special causes. No, you're fucking generalizing. You're still ignoring the victims. I'm not LGBT enough for you to give a shit. I'm not black enough for you to give a shit. I'm not woman enough for you to give a shit. Meanwhile, those are the reasons that I am the easiest person to victimize. I am easy to victimize because of bias. You won't bother to find out what the truth is. The popular opinion is what you're going to go with. And none of you give a shit. Not a single goddamn one of you. That Michelle Stewart lady, or Michelle Dolphinell, or whatever her name is. She's in Washington State. That's not far from here. How can I believe that she's going to help when she's telling me she's going to do things that aren't helpful? We can try it, yeah, but you have to admit to it. If you're asking to make a new account and use it for evidence, you have to admit that account is for evidence. Just like Shannon Alvarado should have admitted that the account that she had me make was for evidence. It doesn't matter what we do if you don't speak up with me. If you tell me that you did something, I have to take your fucking word for it. I can't trust you if you're making me take your word for it, because the courts aren't going to take my word for it without you fucking present, without you speaking up, without some evidence. I've got evidence that you claimed these things, but you didn't try them with me. That's the thing there. You guys, I explained to you, do it with me. Then later on you want to say, oh, I tried and it didn't work. Well, did you record it? Who did you talk to? Where did you talk to? I've got thousands and thousands of calls recorded. When you ask for evidence, for me, it's not a matter of not having it. It's a matter of having to fucking dig through thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces of evidence to get specifically what you fucking want. And I have to do this over and over and over again for people who are fucking pathetic and sorry. They tell me they're sorry, they should really just say they're pathetic. If they were to tell me they were pathetic from the beginning, that would have saved me a lot of fucking time and energy. Would have saved me a lot of abuse. See, here's the thing that Michelle is not trying to understand. This is an emergency situation. I shouldn't have to beg her to speak up about that. You'd think if she was a good person, she'd have done that already. When people who promised to help me told me important things, like, of course, Brandon Ratner, who literally never came forward, ever, wants to tell me about his little brother his older brother going missing. You goddamn right, I dropped everything that I was doing to try to make sure that his at-risk adult brother was found safely. Then he wanted to treat me like shit, like it only took 30 minutes. No, it took me 2 fucking days. It didn't take me 10 minutes to make the first post, but I fucking went out of my way to try to help find him. Get him safe. And for Brandon Ratner to throw all that out the window and pretend like I didn't make any effort. Because he didn't make any effort. I don't mean to find his brother. I mean to speak up about what I've been through, what I'm going through, the fact that I did go to him for help before Natalie died. Yes, I've got him recorded on my YouTube channel, but that doesn't get it into fucking court. I still need someone to look at that and fucking advocate. Actually advocate, not ignore me while I'm victimized. While I have to deal with another person like Mickey at Denny's, or another person like Molly over at Fred Meyer's, or another person like Farnsworth at 4 different churches and at least 2 parks in town. I got people coming up to me all hours, day and night. Hey man, you got any pot? No, I don't. Dude, you wanna go do some white? No, I fucking don't. No, I don't. That is the furthest thing from what I fucking want. And then these people making these suggestions that I do these things that are expensive, they're not fucking paying for it. And they're not doing it with me, so it's waste of my time every fucking time. You have to do it with me, not pawn me off onto some agency. You have to be actively involved. You have to actually be a family or a fucking friend and speak up. You fucking pieces of shit.